So first, some background. We've come through an interesting time. You know, it's the old Chinese curse. You know, may I live in interesting times. We've seen a recession, which essentially has hit, you know, businesses and consumers. That was the sort of '07, '08, '09 period. We seem to be coming out of that, and we moved into what's sometimes called the sovereign debt crisis. You know, the problems in the Eurozone, in the US, and other economies about debt, the slowdown, the worries about Greece insolvency, but also about bankers' balance sheets, has pushed us back into another situation. And I think that's had a number of kind of ramifications on organizations. One is it's thrown up a lot of talent issues. We're seeing throughout many of our client base and the people that we're talking to that key people have left the organization. Organizations have become leaner. And those people in place who are talented, who understand change, who are good at getting things executed, there's fewer of them. And of course, their plate is piled up with initiatives, you know, because the organization is gravitating towards these people to be the people that can get things done. On top of that, therefore, what you're seeing is some desire to go outside. I think it's quite to consultancies and interim organizations just to really supply people to help with many of these initiatives, which is sort of understandable. We're also seeing engagement issues. A number of recent surveys over the last 1, 2, 3 years have shown engagement levels at fairly low levels in many organizations, not all. But the Edelman studies, the ISR studies, and their summaries seem to be showing engagement levels at fairly low levels. That's quite understandable. I mean, historically, over 30 years, many of these engagement levels have correlated with performance levels of organizations. In other words, people tend to be more engaged, more motivated when the organization's doing well, less engaged, less motivated when it's not doing so well, or there's more struggles. I mean, it's kind of understandable. And finally, there's cash issues. We are seeing, and we're going to do a poll on this in a moment, we're seeing some interesting scenarios out there. There seems to be organizations that have cash, plenty of cash, and are spending it on fairly large-scale change projects. There seems to be organizations who have cash but are hoarding it, worried about a second dip recession, worried about what the economy may bring. There are organizations who seem to obviously have no cash or very little low levels of cash and seem to be have troubles getting funding.